guys, today once again I'm joined by John.
Afternoon everyone.
And today we're not doing more affiliations, we've not got any more to do, however we're doing secondary affiliation leaders.
We are.
So Simon from the Southwest Marvel chat challenged me to try and win a game with Sin Cabal, so we're going to try those out on my side, and John, you're bringing a fairly nasty matchup. You're going to be with Black Order, but with Corvus as a leader.
Yeah, first time running Black Order with Corvus as a leader, so we'll see how that goes.
So it's going to be very violent on John's behalf, I'd imagine, and hopefully Sin Cabal can just hold in there. Might lean into some rapid fire tricks and shenanigans, who knows. So we're going to roll some dice, roll for priority, get some missions set up and see how it goes. So,
sounds like a plan.
Good luck, John.
And you, mate.
And we'll see how it goes. So guys, the last thing to talk about before we get into the game is the next Illuminati Invitationals. John, you've made an appearance at all of them, bar one because it was your daughter's birthday. It's a pretty decent excuse.
I like to think it's a solid excuse.
You'll be there at the next one.
I will indeed.
I'll be there TOing, so if you want to come and see us down at the event, you're more than welcome to come down to board in Brum. Tickets are £20 each, and I'll put a link to the event down below. However, for now, let's enjoy the game and see what happens with Sin Cabal versus Corvus-led Black Order. Right then, John, shall we roll for priority?
I guess we should, really.
Oh, I've got lots.
Wow.
You've got...
I've got less.
Which isn't what I wanted, as I wanted to choose the threat value, but we'll get some missions out and see how it goes. So, John, for the missions today, my sort of general plan with Sin Cabal is to lean into lots and lots of cheap threat characters and just throw them at the opponent and try and get the most out of my leadership whilst doing so. However, I decided the best way to do that would be at lower threat values, where I can hopefully outnumber you 9 times out of 10. So if I'd have lost priority, I'd have tried to force you into a low threat mission. However, I did win, so although I get to pick missions, you'll be picking the threat value. Just to quickly run through our missions. For our blues, we've got Sword Base, 14 threat, again, lets me go 5 wide, and I'm sure that not all other rosters out there can do that. I've got Gamma Wave, so 5 free threats, or maybe even something crazy with a 2 threat thrown in there with a 4 threat. Again, just to go 5 wide there. Then Cosmic Invasion, 16 threat. Unfortunately, we don't have many missions below 16 threat, so I had to put this one in. I still think the Sin Cabal does well on this. You can even go 6 wide at 16, thanks to having Toad and Bullseye in the roster, which I think would be very unpleasant for someone who can only go 3 or 4 wide at that threat value. Moving on to Reds, we've done pretty much the same thing, gone as low as possible. So we've got Mutant Extremist, another 14 threat mission. Research Station, which is only 16 threat, to try and force that mission where we've got lots of bodies on a really low threat value. And then lastly, we've got Hammers. This is the only mission I've got above 16. It's purely because of what a hammer adds to a character with rapid fire. And the roster has lots of these models. So we're talking about things like Bucky, Mystique, Sin herself. Just because adding a hammer into those dice rolls where you get extra attacks already is really, really efficient, and it can be really punishing for the opponent. So, John, do you want to rush through your missions?
Yep, we'll start with the Reds, so the extracts. We've got Montesi Formula. 3 extracts, keeps it small so that if you do end up running more characters than me, it's not such a big deal. And it also gives me an opportunity to kind of get some extracts onto as many characters as I can if I have to have a low model count. We've got Fear Grips, because who doesn't love a hammer? And let's be honest, Corvus, Black Swan, Proxima, any of those with a hammer is worth more than their weight in salt. Alien Ship is in there. It is a 20 threat value. It allows me to try and get as many models on the tabletop as possible to try and maximise some carnage. And it also forces everybody along a nice straight line in the middle, so it shouldn't be too difficult for me to get characters moving around, hitting multiples if need to be in one go. Cosmic Invasion, it is a Black Order mission, and I am running Black Order, so it is there simply for that fact more than anything else. Demons Downtown, again, it keeps things fairly centralised. It forces an Incinerate onto the opposition if they want to score some points, which Black Order can maximise. They're not too concerned about an Incinerate themselves, as a lot of them can reduce damage naturally anyway, so it kind of offsets a little bit there. And then we've got Terrigen Clouds, once again, a big 20 threat. Kind of 2 main points on the side to try and focus the ball into areas where I feel like it could be maximised.
Nice, John. So that is all of the missions. I am going to go ahead with my blues today, just because I do not want to end up playing Demons Downtown. I've got nobody in my team really to mitigate Incinerate, and it's not going to be a fun time trying to deal with Glaive's edges coming into my character's rolling 1 less defence. So we're going with my blues. We'll move these out the way.
Yep.
And we'll give these a shuffle when I can pick them up.
Stuck to the table.
The Hector sleeves. So, John, I'll let you pick first.
We'll take this one.
So I'll take that one because opposites attract, and we have Cosmic Invasion, Black Order Descends on Earth, and the Montesi formula found. So we've both sort of been funneled into a middling threat value with 16 or 17. John, however, you do have the ultimate choice as to which one to go with.
I do. I really wanted a 20, but as there isn't a 20, I'm still going to take the top threat and see what I can sneak in there at 17.
Nice. So we'll build some rosters and then we'll get back to you. So guys, today for the Sin Cabal, we've gone wide as promised. We bought a couple of characters with rapid fire. So we've got Mystique and Sin. Then we've also bought some characters you don't see as often. So we've got Viper and Crossbones in there. So very, very much a Cabal affiliated roster. I think every single member of this team is affiliated. So we're just going to run down what we brought along today, sort of what they do, and then we'll jump into John's roster. So first up, we've got Sin, who is our leader. She's just a free threat character, and she's not one of the very popular leaders. Mainly, I think, because on her healthy side, she only has 4 health, which isn't the best. So not a lot of time to spend on that healthy side before she might get flipped over. Her leadership is Red Mayhem. So during the cleanup phase, after scoring VPs, you get to roll a die for each objective token contested by an allied character. If the result is a crit, wild, or a hit, then you get to push each enemy character that's contesting the objective away from its small. So nice for a little bit of displacement to force people to move back in. The second part of her leadership is again during the cleanup phase after scoring VPs. Roll a dice for each enemy character holding an asset token within 2 of an allied character. If the result is a crit, wild, or hit, the enemy character drops 1 asset token of your choice. So this can be really, really big as you can sort of mitigate somebody running off with an objective a little bit. Even if you don't have a character like Black Cat who can steal it, as you can just hope that you force them to drop it in the cleanup. On Sin's character card, she has 2 attacks, both of them are physical. Her first one is Automatic Pistol, which is her rapid fire attack. It's a guaranteed rapid fire, so you don't need to roll any hits or anything to trigger it. It's only 4 dice and it's range 3 and it gains a 1 power. Then she's got Make It Personal, which is her spender. So it's 6 dice and range 2. It's a physical attack again, it costs 4 power to use it. It's got the trigger Insult to Injury though, so after this attack is resolved, this character may make an additional Make It Personal attack without paying the power cost. This additional attack must target the original character and is a mystic attack instead of its normal type. This following attack doesn't have the Insult to Injury rule, obviously, so you can only do the 1 physical followed by the 1 mystic, but it's still pretty spicy. 2 6 dice attacks for 4 power out of 1 action is pretty decent. For superpower, she has Hit and Run. So as an action, she can make an attack action followed by a move action. It can only be used once per turn. It does cost a 2 power, but it's pretty useful for repositioning or shooting someone and then getting out of dodge. She then has Partners in Crime. So at the end of this character's activation, if it is within 4 of an allied Crossbones, this character may use this superpower. If the allied Crossbones does not have an activate token, you may activate before your turn ends. So pulling a bit of the shenanigans that John has with Corvus and Proxima here, letting those 2 activate together. It also synergises with one of my restricted tactics cards, which I'll talk about in a moment. We've then got Heir to the Wicked. So when this character is damaged by an enemy effect, after the effect is resolved, if it is not dazed, it gains 1 power. So really useful for racking up that power, however, with such a low health pool, it doesn't come in all too often. Finally, she's got Stealth, which means characters have to be within range for it to target her. So all around, she's an interesting character. Not the best of leaders, but I think she's definitely interesting. I've been wanting to try her out for a while. Next up, we've got Crossbones. So going all the way back to the core box days, Crossbones for a long time was thought of as one of the worst characters in the game. However, I know John's always been an advocate of him, and with Sin's release and the tactics cards that came with her, it definitely brought him back in line a little bit. So Crossbones quickly, he's quite tanky, can reduce damage by 1. His attacks are physical, however, he has got a throw and a place built into one of them. His Haymaker superpower lets him add dice to his next attack roll, which can really help for a surprise uppercut out of nowhere. And lastly, he's got Aggressive. So when he is damaged by an enemy attack, he can advance toward the attacking character afterwards for a small advance. Next along, we've got Viper, so another free threat character, and she took Crossbone's place as one of the most unused characters in the game. She's a long mover, however, with 5 health, so she is pretty useful just for running between objectives. For her attacks, she has 3 different ones. So her first one's just a 5 dice physical attack. You gain power equal to the damage dealt. It is range 2, and on the trigger of a wild, you give the enemy character poison. Her next attack is Assassin's Pistol, so this is range 3, 4 dice. Doesn't cost any power to use. After the attack is resolved, this character gains 1 power, and if you get a wild, you give the target stun. Lastly, we've got Viper Strike, so it's a range 3, 3 power attack. After the attack is resolved, you get to place a character within one of the target, And on the wild, you get venom, so the target gets slow and stunned. So lots of ways to give out conditions there. We might be seeing a revival of her with the new Hydra affiliation, so that'll be interesting to see. For her superpower, she has a displacement ring. So for 2 power, she gets to place herself within 2 of her current position. It can only be used once a turn. She's got Coiled Serpent, so when this character is targeted by an attack within 2, it may use the superpower. Instead of rolling its defense dice, it rolls 5 dice instead. And if this character suffers no damage, the attacker suffers 2. So it's very similar to Proxima's martial prowess. Lastly, Viper does also have stealth, which is a nice little added bonus just if she's running around and trying to sneak about a little bit and not get targeted by those long range attacks. After that, we've got Baron Zemo. So 3 threat character, staple of the game, again from the core box. He's got some physical attacks, he's got lots of inbuilt shenanigans with his charge and his ability to reroll all attack dice with physical attacks or when defending against a physical attack. But one of the best things that he brings is Master Strategist. So characters within 2 of him, friendly characters, get to reroll 1 die when attacking or defending. This can be really, really useful, especially on those rapid fire characters as you just add into your economy and getting the most out of those attacks, especially if you need to fish for the hit to trigger the rapid fire. After that, we've got Mystique. So another long mover with stealth, which is really, really useful for the objective game. She brings a rapid fire attack that does need a hit to trigger. However, the best thing about Mystique is that you can't use any reactive superpowers during her turn. So it's really, really risky if you get hit by Mystique, and you can't use any kind of bodyguards, any paid for damage reduction, any tactics cards like Lethal Protector or Heroes for Hire. So hopefully we'll be able to get up to some shenanigans with that. Lastly, for our 2 threat to round out the list, we've got Bullseye. So Bullseye brings a couple more physical attacks to the table. For 2 threat, he's very good just because he can do guaranteed damage with his superpower or never miss, which means if he does an attack that doesn't deal damage, you can spend 1 power. The defending character does take 1 damage, as he does indeed never miss. That is all of the characters for the 17 threat Sin Cabal list. So we're just going to quickly talk about tactics cards. The first one that we've got is Illicit Tech. So during Crossbond or Sin's activation, they may spend 1 power to play this card. They get to use the attack shown above once its activation. The attack is a range 5, 6 dice attack, and after the attack is resolved, the character gains power equal to the damage dealt. On top of that, however, after this attack is resolved, the target character and enemy characters within 2 of it gain the Incinerate special condition. So really, really tasty for punishing clumped up characters, or if you can get it off really early on as well, it can be very useful. The only sort of limit to this is that this attack can only have dice added to the attack roll from crit results, and this character cannot modify its dice during this attack, so we won't be able to use a reroll from Zemo or anything like that. Next up, we've got Follow Me, so a freshly restricted card. However, in this roster, I think there are some shenanigans that can be done with it, mainly with Mystique using Follow Me to go into Sin, and Sin going into Crossbones. So again, a triple activation, which could be really, really nice, especially if you're trying to swing around priority. For those that don't know, you can pay 6 power to use it. At the end of that allied character's activation, you choose another ally within range 3 and immediately may activate them. So very nice synergies with Sin and Crossbones, partners in crime. We've got Dark Reign, so any Cabal character may spend 3 power to play this card. You get to choose an enemy character, and this round all Cabal characters get to reroll all attack dice against them. So really, really powerful for taking out a big threat, such as your Corvus, for example, who I'm sure will be doing his best to take out more characters. For my other restricted card, I've got Patch Up. So just a healing card, you can pay up to 5 power to heal a friendly character within 2. Sadly, you can't use it on itself, so you do need to be sticking around with your friends just to make sure that you're going to be able to use it. The final card that we've got is Sucker. So 2 allied characters may spend any number of power. You get to choose an injured enemy character within 3, and they lose that much power. So on the off chance that I manage to take the fight to the Black Order, should I daze Corvus or Black Swan, I'm going to be going, you know what, Sucker? No power for you, and shutting them down before they get a chance to activate. That is the full Cabal roster. We went through it a little bit more in depth than we normally would, just because we've got some characters you won't normally see. So we'll quickly move on to the roster for the Black Order.
Okay, so for today's Black Order list, we have gone also 100% affiliated. I think at 17 threat, with the newest releases, there is more than enough quality in Black Order to not have to add anybody in. So we've obviously gone with Corvus, who will be our leader. We'll get onto that tactics card in a little minute. But with the reality gem, that takes him up to 5 threat. We all know what you get with Corvus. You get a fast beater that pumps out tons of damage. He can count blanks. He's got dice for days. He is just a solid piece that hopefully, with the smaller, less durable characters on the other side, he should be getting quite a few daisies and KOs quite early on. To double down on damage, we've got Black Swan with the Power Stone. So again, that takes up to 5 threat. Black Swan does exactly what you would think. She just strokes stuff, she kills it. She's got a charge to get her moving around. She's got her Everything Dies attack for 4 power, which is just utter chaos. She literally can kill anything if she has the power that she targets. We've then got the lesser seen Black Order member of Black Dwarf. However, he is solid for 4 threat. He's got a huge health ball. He's got a solid physical defense, which with some of these rapid fires could be very useful. He's kind of got a reverse / pseudo bodyguard on there. He's just a solid piece with a ton of health, so hopefully he should be sticking around. And then we've got Proxima. Everybody knows what you get with Proxima. You get a long mover, you get the teleportation on one of her attacks. She can put out a lot of hurt. She dances about, and you also get the husband and wife combo between her and Corvus Glaive, which should help me focus anybody down if they need it. So, tactics cards. As we mentioned, Corvus is leader, and with that comes First of the Black Order. So, if you are running Black Order without Thanos, the Mad Titan, in your kind of roster, or in your squad more so, he can still be in the roster, then you get option to that, which gives Corvus a leadership, which basically states when an allied Black Order character daisies or KOs an enemy character, all other allied Black Order characters gain 1 power. Now that was FAQ'd because it did originally just say all of the Black Order characters, but obviously a Black Order mirror match meant everybody was getting power, so it has been slightly altered. We've then got Mothership, which is basically a nice little teleport for one of my Black Order characters. So if Black Dwarf, who is a little bit slow, needs to get somewhere around the board, another character and Black Dwarf can spend 2, and Black Dwarf can place within one of them, so that's wonderful. We've then got Black Onslaught, which again gives Black Dwarf a little bit of extra movement to try and get him up the table earlier on. So if he is within 2 of an allied Black Swan, when Black Swan pays to use her charge superpower, once she's finished moving, you can put Black Dwarf within 1 of her. Again, some nice little extra movement. We've got Patch Up to try and keep somebody alive, because at some point those rapid fires are going to spike, they're going to do some damage, and somebody is going to need some healing. And then we've got Advanced R&D. So this is in here so that we can either A, earlier on try and move Black Dwarf up, maybe with a Black Onslaught, so that we can pay for Mothership a little bit earlier on, or if needs must and we're starting to hand out some daisies and stuff quite quickly, we can start to transfer some power across to pay for some spenders to just finish characters off and remove them from the board. But we shall see what I do with it, I guess.
Nice, John. So that is the entirety of the Black Order roster. We'll move on to deployment and then we'll get rolling some dice. Right, John, so we've got everything ready to be deployed. We've made sure you've only got access to a range 3 ruler.
Yes.
So none of those range 4 deployment shenanigans that we all know and love you for.
If I even planned it, it'd be amazing, but every time we set up, I'll move something and go, what have I done?
Right, so in terms of terrain, we've got quite a few size 3s. We've got both these cargo containers, the Daily Bugle and Mr. Stan himself. We've got 1 size 5 over here, which is the Cosmic Comet Shop. We've got lots of size 2s, so we've got the Captain America statue, all 3 of the cars, and all of the hedges and bushes. Then lastly, we've got a few size 1s. We've got the barrels here and here, just to add a little bit more variety onto the table. For missions, we've set them both up. We've got Cosmic Invasion, so there's 2 points out on the edges, 2 here and here, and then we've got Montesi, so there's 3 secures straight down the middle, 1, 2, 3, like that. John, I did have priority, so it's my turn to pick out the first character.
It is indeed.
Just going to throw out Zemo, who's going to have to stand slightly off to the side thanks to this pesky car that's been parked into my deployment.
See, Zemo might be a strategic genius, but he did not plan for that car. And we're going to go straight out with Dwarf. You can go a little further forward. There we go.
He always reminds me of the Toy Soldier movie that comes to life. I can't remember what it's called. The Gorgonaut?
Oh, the Gorgonauts.
The Gorgonauts. That's what Black Dwarf model reminds me of. So,
man, that's a great reference.
We've got Baron Zemo there. Then we're going to put Mystique on top of the car, pretending to be a headlight or something, I imagine.
I mean, I'm not sure where mutant shape-shifted abilities go, but...
I'm not sure they go that far, but who knows?
I don't think they do, but who knows? Yeah, like you say. We're going to drop Corvus just in this side.
I'm going to put Crossbones. It's a little bit telling, I think, as to where Sin will go, but I'm going to put Crossbones here.
Okie dokie. We're going to go with Proxima over here. So that's not Proxima. Let me get the right model.
Seeing as you've put your power couple down, I'll put down mine, so Sin is going to stand right up here overlooking the Red Mayhem below.
And then I've only got Swan left.
Yep. So Swan, who has the Power Stone, and Corvus, who has the Reality. So
They do indeed.
lots of gem bearers here today. My last two characters are just Bullseye, who is going to stand over here.
Okie dokie.
And everyone's favourite character, number one, Meta Chaser's favourite pick, Viper.
I think she's going to put out more work than people expected.
I'm hoping that we've just talked enough about how bad she is that she's amazing. So that is our deployment, John. We're going to move straight into round one, so good luck.
Good luck.
And we'll see how it goes. Right, John, going into round one, and we have powered up on all of our characters.
We have.
All my characters only get one a turn. John, you get a bunch of variety. So Dwarf and Proxima get one each.
Yep.
Black Swan gets 3 a turn,
She
which
does.
gets 1 base, 1 for being the bearer of a gem, and then the Power Stone itself gives you an extra 1.
That's correct.
Corvus gets 1 pace, but then again he's bearing a gem, so he gets an additional 1. I do have priority though, so it's my turn to pick who I send forward to face off against the very daunting Black Order.
Luckily, there's no Thanos to pull anybody in though, so nobody is being sent to the walls.
Don't need to worry too much about Fisherman Thanos. So first of all, I'm going to send forward Baron Zemo. He's going to be very, very brave, John.
Oh, he is, isn't he?
He's going to move once to here, and then my second action is just going to end within 1 of this point.
Yeah.
Because somebody's got to face the Black Order, and who's better than Baron Zemo? So he's going to stand within 1 and pick up this point.
Okie dokie.
Very brave from the Baron himself, and we'll see how that works out for him. So, John, over to you.
That is a little brave, because I don't know if I really want to come out and smack him yet. Or not, is my honest answer. There's a lot of rapid fire still stood over there, which is the only reason I'm currently going, do I want to hit him yet or not? I think we get 1 on 1.
Nice.
So Black Swan is going to come.
Black Swan's a really interesting character for me in the Black Order, as the rest of the team all reduce damage by 1. Swan, on the other hand, has a sort of on-tap ability to turn off wilds in attack controls, which is really interesting. So we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it? She is going to pick up that.
Yep.
Because why not? So let me just sort of power it. Okay, 1 of her. So she's still got 2. This is an intriguing first round with this much power. I don't think she's in range on Zemo from where she is. She's not. So with her picking up the extract, she lost the 1 power that she would need to be able to pay for Black Onslaught to still have the base 2 to pay for a charge. So unfortunately, that's out for now. It's not worth the mothership. So we just have a bit of a look at whether we move up and smash in with something else, but there's a lot going on there. I think she is going to stay where she is for now.
Does she just want to move to be right at the extent of 1, ready for next turn?
She does. She's going to shuffle, but she's not going to do anything other than that.
Nice.
So she's going to move herself to there.
So Zemo's got off quite
And then
safely
she's
so
done.
far. But it is over to me again to go with a character. I'm actually going to go with Sin, as I don't think there's going to be much else for her to do round 1. She's going to use that long move of hers to move once over here,
Okie dokie.
and then once again to be over on this point on the side of the table, and that is then at the end of her activation run. It's over to you.
I am going to pass at this point and see what
Nice.
you do next.
So Crossbones is the mad lad that I think is going to be doing some shenanigans next. He's literally just going to use his ever so quick walk, which is slow, to go once to here. And then with second action, he's going to move again to be the extent of 1 in front of this objective. He's just going to spend a power to grab this Montesi book.
Okie dokie.
And then, John, it's back over to you.
It is back over to me. I do not wish to pass at this point and give away priority. That doesn't feel like a wise move.
Well, you'd only give it away if you then decided to double activate Corvus and Proxima.
Yeah, which may well happen, so we will see. She's got to go a long way to get over there, hasn't she?
She does.
Well,
she can
what?
definitely make it, though, because she does actually have a long move.
Does have a long move, yeah. She's going to go once, and it's then a case of.
So we'll just look. Are you within 3?
That's what I'm having a bit of a look at. I don't think I am I?
No.
Oh, so we are just going to come
Onto the point.
onto the point and contest.
So, John, you're making me run out of options here. I'm going to have to go with Sin herself, I think. So she's going to move twice over onto this point on the side of the board. Once to here. And once again, just to be on the inside within 1. So that if I do get pushed by the portal, it's still into the action and not out of it.
That makes sense. Okay, let's have a look. 2 with 2. I think Corvus has to have a look here, doesn't he?
It's interesting is you do have the power to mothership early on, but I'm not sure you want to waste it.
No, that's the problem, is I can do it if I wish to right now. But I don't really want to do it now if I need to move around the board a little bit later on, so I'm a little bit stuck with it. I am definitely within range 4.
Yep.
Without question. Crossbones is also there, that's intriguing.
Is he in 4?
He is.
Nice.
I mean, I don't want to hit crossbones, I was just surprised myself that he was there.
Nice.
So let's get a dice try on the table, shall we?
Yeah, I'll grab one as well.
And we will put a standard 4 dice atom smasher into Zemo.
Yep.
To see if we can start ramping up some damage early on.
So Zemo gets 3 defense dice. I do get 1 reroll to try and protect me. John, for those watching, it's totally come into effect now. The first skull you roll, in every roll counts as a crit result.
It does indeed.
So that's going to be 2 for you with a crit to add. I've got 3 defense dice. So I'm blocking 2 already.
Oh, I've only got 2.
So I've got a Zemo reroll, but it doesn't matter anyway, as I don't take any damage.
Okay, I do gain a power because it's just innate for that, so that puts me at 3.
And then, John, is it over to me?
It is then over to you.
Right, so I'm actually going to bring the fight to the Black Order. I'm going to go with Mystique, who is going to move long straight towards Corvus.
Yep.
Hopefully putting her within 3. It definitely does.
Yep.
And because I'm within range to do a Zemo, I also get a reroll on this attack. So I'm going to do a rapid fire pistol attack into Corvus. So 4 physical dice.
This is my 3 defense.
And I've got nothing.
I got 1.
So this is that time where you could really use a hit on a reroll. And I get it.
Oh, you do.
So you don't take any damage, but luckily I have got the second rapid fire.
Yeah.
So 4 dice again with 1 reroll. 2 this time.
Blocking 2.
Yeah, and because I've got 2 skulls, I can't re-roll them, so sadly that is it for Mystique. She does gain 2 power, and she gains a power every time she does that attack.
She does. She's in an interesting spot now, though.
She definitely is.
And I need my short tool. I don't think his big base lets him get out there.
I think Stan the Man is blocking off the
I
dwarf.
think Stan the Man is blocking off the dwarf.
And we've got to thank our heroes, because Stan, thank you very much for not letting that big brute over next to Sin.
I genuinely don't think I can get in there.
It's very close, just because how big his base is, but I'm not too sure.
Let's take a gun down, we'll see. We won't move Stan the Man.
Yeah. So the question is, has he squalls himself within 1?
I don't think he has.
He hasn't, John.
I didn't think so.
That is the end of Dwarf's activation.
That is the end of Dwarf's activation.
Quite luckily there, we've not ending within 1. So, Bullseye is going to go for the gun. I could do an attack into Corvus, potentially getting a reroll for Zemo. But I think after Mystique's done no damage, I don't want to go for that attrition play anymore. For round 1 at least, I'm going to go more to scoring VPs.
That makes sense.
We're going to see if Bullseye can get within 1 of this point with 2 moves. So his first one gets him there,
He should be able to.
and his second one gets him to there.
Says the man who just mismeasured dwarf, but he should be able to.
Right, John. So at the end of that round, the Cabal get quite a big lead on VPs. So we're scoring 2 for the books, and then we've got 1, 2, 3 for these portals, giving us a total of 5.
Yep.
The Black Order only have 2 VPs if you've got your back point and your book, both held and secured by Swan, which shows at least she's thinking about the objective.
She's thinking about something.
So John, 2 for the Black Order and 5 for the Cabal. And now that we've scored our VPs, we do need to do Sin's leadership. So I think the only place it's going to trigger is over here, as I've got our character on an objective with you also within range. So I get to roll a die for each objective token contested by an ally character, which is this one, that has an enemy character within 1. So on a hit, crit, or wall, I get to push Proxima. So I don't get to move you.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Nice. So that's the end of round 1. I'm going to round 2. So John, we are going into round 2. The only thing left for us to do is to roll for the cosmic portals, see if anyone gets pushed away. You do have priority, John, so I'll let you start off. As per the rules of the game. So would you like to start with Swan or Proxima?
I will start with Swan.
So on a crit or a wall, she'll get pushed small and gain 2 power.
It is a crit.
So luckily that size 1 is coming in pretty handy there, as I'm not going to push you the full distance, I'm just going to make you hit that barrel.
But she does gain 2 extra power.
She does, which is pretty scary.
And she's further forward, so I will take that.
Proxima?
Yeah. Let's hope not this time. No.
So I've got quite a few to roll for. So Sin is my first one. She is getting pushed away small and gaining 2 power.
I am going to push her
Just making sure to clear the hedge.
Yep.
Bring her into the death pit of Corvus and Swan. Right, next up we've got Crossbones, who isn't getting moved. Then we've got Bullseye. And finally we've got Viper, who, again, neither of those get moved. John, that is everything that happens in the power phase. Nothing happens because of the Montesi books. You do have priority though, John, so I'll take it away and, I assume, punch you in the face.
That is very much what is likely to happen. So the question is, do I start with Swan, who has a ton of power, or do I start with Corvus?
Yeah, her getting the extra power from the cosmic point isn't something I'm the biggest fan of, I have to admit.
No, it now opens up a fair chunk for her, to be honest. I am going to spend 2 for a charge.
Yep.
So we are going to charge. We'll go this way.
Nice.
We'll just go straight up. I don't really want to go. Yeah, we will. We'll come here.
Hello, Swan.
Yep. Obviously, at the end of her charge, she can make an attack action. So we will spend the 4 so that she may make an everything dies attack action.
Yep, as it doesn't say a specific attack.
It does not.
Such as the charge that Malekith has with Ferocity. So you're doing an I-beam attack, John. Who would you like to do it?
Everything dies.
Sorry, you do. So you're doing an everything dies, John.
I am.
Who would you like to be the subject of this?
I am going straight into Zemo. He is holding an objective. Let's see what we can do.
Nice. I don't have any power for any shenanigans, so
I have 8 dice physical.
I'll get 3 defense dice with a reroll.
Oh, it's not good.
Zemo's defense, however, was pretty good, so I've got 2 already.
I've got 2 with a crit. That is it.
Yeah, we've both got crits, so I'll add mine. You should add yours first as the attacker, however.
I should. It is another hit.
Mine was another block though, so I'm blocking 3, John.
You are. I don't have the trigger for the throw. However, I do have the hit trigger for the follow-up. So after this attack is resolved, this character may make an I-beam attack without paying the power cost.
Nice, so you now get an I-beam attack into Zemo.
Yep, 5 dice.
So 5 dice energy into Zemo. I get 3 defense dice. A crit, so not as good as the last one.
3.
So I've got my crit to add in, John. And I get 1 reroll for being a big brain person. So I'm just blocking the 1.
You are not, because I roll a wild, it is a pierce.
Yep, so that gets changed to a blank. So I'm taking 3 damage to the face.
You are, and you gain the Incinerate special condition.
Which is not a fun one to have. So 3 power on Zemo and he's now set on fire.
He is, but I didn't gain any power or deal the amount of damage I was really looking for from any of that, to be honest.
John, I am now going to spend, I think, 2 power just for one of my counter strokes.
Yep.
So I get to roll 4 dice, and for each critical roll, you'll take a damage. So that's 3, John.
Oh, what just happened?
I'm glad I did that one there. So Swan takes 3 damage out of the blue.
Swan also gains 3 power, however.
Yeah, so might not have been the best thing for me, but I think I'm pretty glad I did it in the end.
So does Swan finish off Zemo, or does Swan put some hurt into somebody else now, is the question. Let me have a look. Swan is going to spend... Ooh. Let me just double check the measurement first. She's within. Swan is going to spend the 4 power that she now has.
Nice, for another everything dies.
Everything dies. This time, into Crossbones.
Right, so let's see how he manages to hold it. I will still have a defensive reroll because Zemo is alive within range.
You will.
It's physical, so I get 4 defense dice.
Slightly better.
So nothing for the crosser of bones there.
That was a blank, sorry mate.
No,
So we've got 4 with 2 crits. 5.
So I get 1 reroll. So I'm blocking nothing. I am going to spend a power to reduce the damage of 1 with inert to pain.
Yep.
So I take 4 damage in total.
I do have the hit trigger for the follow-up,
Yep.
so I do get the I-beam.
Again though, you didn't get the throw
I
trigger there.
didn't get the throw, and I wanted the throw so that I could throw him into Zemo.
Yeah, I think that would have been really painful.
That was the plan.
So the I-beam, I only get 2 defense dice
You
against
do.
energy. So it's going to really hurt with the pierce.
4 with a pierce.
So I've got 1, I'm going to re-roll 1 for being Baron Zemo next to him, so I've got 2. However, the pierce gets rid of 1.
Yep.
I could spend to reduce damage, but it's still going to be enough just to catch Crossbones, so I'm not going to bother. I take 2 damage and he's dazed. He also drops the Montesi book.
He does drop the Montesi book. However, I have no power to pick it up at this point.
And because Swan is already holding one, she
Yes.
won't be able to grab it anymore.
She would not.
I will throw that over to you.
Thank you very much. We will go this way. Yeah, we'll go this way.
Nice.
And we'll pop it there.
Nice. Right then, John, over to me.
It is over to you.
Sadly, you don't have any power for any teleporting shenanigans.
I do not.
So, I'm just weighing up who to go with. Zemo has taken 3 damage. I was really lucky that he didn't get the throw trigger, as that could have messed up more plans.
16 dice, not a single wild.
Yep. I think what I'm going to do is try for a really early advantage what days in Corvus. So Sin is going to spend 3 power for Dark Rain. So any Cabal character may spend 3 power to play this card. Choose an enemy character. I'm going to choose Corvus. And allied Cabal characters can reroll any number of dice when attacking them this round. So I'm now going to activate Mystique, and as she's an allied character who is Cabal, she's going to be re-rolling her attack dice into Corvus. She gets 4 dice, so I'm just doing her basic attack, and I'm going to see if we can bring him down. I get full re-roll to Dark Rain, and then another re-roll for Zemo.
Yep.
So let's take a look. 1 at the minute, which isn't a great start.
I'm blocking 1 at the minute, which is a skull.
Thanks to the reality gem. So
yep.
we've both got crits. So I've got 2.
I've also got 2.
Then I can reroll everything, which in this case is just these 2, as I did get a skull. And I get 1 reroll thanks to Baron Zemo. So 4 in total, and I finally got that hit that I needed.
So 4, take away 2, down to 2, down to 1 for damage reduction.
Yep.
So 1.
So it doesn't feel like the best of starts to a plan, but 1 damage is more than none, so we'll see how it goes. I'll get the rapid fire trigger, as I did get the hit eventually. So 4 dice again. Just 1 again.
2 with a crit.
So I've got 2 rerolls.
Let me add my crit in first. Nope, nothing there. 2.
Another reroll. It's 2, so you take no damage. I do gain another power. Right then, John. I'm going to do it again as my second action.
That sounds fair.
I could do a big espionage attack, which might actually be the way, but it wouldn't leave me enough power from what I'd like to do. So I'm going to do a rapid fire. 4 dice physical.
Okay.
That's a fair roll. 3.
1.
So I get a reroll for Dark Rain, a reroll for Baron Zemo. So just 3, so you're taking 1 damage.
Taking 1 damage again.
I do, however, as I said, get the rapid fire. I get another power. So 4 dice. I'm just hoping for a roll where I get some crits.
That would be good right now for you.
2 this time.
Blocking 1.
So I can reroll everything. I can reroll 1. So that was a hit, sorry. So I've got 3 in total. You've blocked 1, you've reduced by 1, so you just take 1
another 1.
damage. So the plan to take out Corvus isn't going as well as I expected. What I'm going to do is spend 6 power on Mystique, really try and get rid of him before he gets a chance to activate. So I'm going to play Follow Me.
Ooh.
I'm going to choose Zemo as the target for this.
Okie dokie.
So Zemo's going to spend 2 power for a charge. It is a long move that he gets to make as part of this. I'm going to go all the way onto your back point. Just risk it for a biscuit. So, I'm then going to do a 5 dice sword strike into you, John.
Okie dokie.
I can reroll everything thanks to Dark Rain as Zemo is Cabal. And then I get 1 reroll for Master Strategist. So I've got 3 this time.
Blocking 2 with a crit.
So I've got 1 reroll for Dark Rain. So I've got 4 in total.
I've got 3.
Nice, you just take 1 more damage again. Again, 1 power, John. It's not going to plan here.
It is not.
The last thing I'm going to do, John, is pray that the Montesi formula can help me back. So I'm going to open up the Montesi book that Zemo is holding, do a 6 dice energy attack into Corvus.
Okie dokie.
He's got 2 left. He just really doesn't want to go down. So 6 dice. 2 at the minute.
Blocking 3.
So it's not looking likely. I get to reroll everything. Then I get to reroll 1 for being Zemo. So I've got 5 in total.
Blocking 3, down to 2. Reducing
one.
again, down to 1. Corvus is
1
not
damage.
dead.
So after all of that, John, that was 6 attacks rerolling everything, and Corvus is still alive on 1 health.
Corvus is still alive. I also realised I didn't disseminate my power for the days on crossbones. So I will add those now. But Corvus is already at full.
So John, that really didn't go how I was hoping. I can't believe I didn't put him down there. I've invested a lot into that. I'm sure, John, you're going to make me pay for it. It is now over to you.
It is over to me. I can't believe he didn't go down either, to be perfectly honest. I kind of want to get him somewhere so we can be patched up towards the end of his turn. So let's have a bit of a look at this. Gonna have to be some movement shenanigans to get in there. How much has Zemo got left on him out of interest?
2 health.
2 health?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fully loaded on 10. So we are going to spend 4 for a death blow to start with.
Nice.
And we'll go straight into Zemo.
So we get 3 defense dice and reroll 1 of them, thanks to Master Strategies. However, because of Incinerate, I'm down to 2 defense.
You are down to 2 versus my mighty 7.
So I got 1, but it is a crit.
Ooh.
You got 6, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with 2 crits.
Nice. So I'll add. You can add your crits in.
Thanks.
I'll add my crit.
Oh, it's a crit.
And I get 1 reroll. So I've blocked 2, John. However, it's nowhere near enough. Zemo is definitely dazed by that horrendous attack from Corvus.
Zemo is definitely dazed.
He takes 2 damage and drops a book.
Do I have the flurry trigger? I do not. There is no shield.
So the book is yours, Mr. John.
Thank you very much. I need to work out where I want to put that book.
Zemo gains 2 power. Put him up to 3.
Put the book over there.
So John, as part of Death Blow, you get a medium move.
I do. So I'm going to spend that move to get over here.
Yep, leaving the book behind.
I am for now. So while I'm over here, we're going to spend 3 on Proxima to patch him up.
Very, very sad times for the for the Cabal.
And let's get rid of those. So he's down to just 2 wounds.
Yeah, Zemo is dazed.
And that is another power to everybody now that has finished. So 1 to Corvus, 1 to Swan, 1 to Dwarf.
Thanks to the Corvus leadership.
Thanks to the Corvus leadership. Not bad little leadership. And then I suppose we have a look at taking one of those guys out. Who do we want down? Let's see if we can take Sin out.
Viper.
Viper, sorry.
Nice.
Sin's in red on the other side of the sheet. We will spend 4 again. And we will look for a death blow.
Oh, sadly, you aren't within 2, you're just out.
I'm just out.
So I can't use my Coiled Serpent, so I just get 3 defense dice.
4, 5, 6, 7. Here we go again. Let's see what we can do. It's not the worst.
So you've got 4 there.
4 with a crit.
It's worth noting you did get a shield in a while, so you will have the flurry. So it's 3 defense. Viper, what a beast. Triple
Let me add my crit in. No, it's blank.
Let me add my crits in. Viper, 4 crits out of 3 doors, I'll take it.
Yeah, definitely take that.
So she takes no damage at all.
She takes nothing. Not what I was expecting.
And those that say Viper's bad, all you need to do is roll 3 crits every time you
Yeah,
roll a
she's
defense
great.
dice, which is amazing. So she takes no damage. You did get the flurry, and you've got a medium move.
I did get the flurry. I will resolve the flurry first, I believe.
Yeah, as you do get to choose as they happen at the same time.
So we will put a strike
Into Mr. Bullseye.
Yeah, I think Mr. Bullseye is the one.
So I get 3 defense dice here.
Yep, versus my 5 physical.
With Pierce, which is pretty scary. I'm blocking 3 with Bullseye.
I've only got 2.
They are both crits.
They are both crits. 3.
So Bullseye also says, you know what? I'm not having any of it, and blocks all of the damage from Corvus.
No pierce or anything. Unbelievable.
He managed to take out Zemo, but he's a little bit pillow-fisted after that.
He doesn't. He spent all of his good Black Order.
So you're now moving as part of Death Blow.
Move as part of Death Blow.
Do you want to end within 3 so that you can trigger the husband and wife?
Not potentially. Mystique is gone, hasn't she?
Yeah, she has.
Okay, I didn't pay enough attention to
It's
Mystique
okay.
having been
So we'll
gone.
just quickly go back, John, and make sure you are within 3.
Yeah, so if I go back to where I was, I don't need to move the full length. I can stay within 1 and within 3.
So Corvus is moving to end within 3 of Proxima and pick up that
And
Montesi
pick
book.
up that Montesi book.
Because your attack is now finished in the sense that you've done your flurry and your free move out of it, I am going to spend 2, just before you grab that book,
Okay.
on Bullseye for parting shot. So I'll get to... So you suffer 1 damage.
Yeah.
I get to advance away from your small, however I'm going to stay where I am.
So I will take the damage and the power.
Yep.
And I will put the book back on my card. Nothing happened. There was no weirdness with it.
Right, and then are you going to activate Proxima?
I believe I am. So I will spend 1 on Corvus.
Yep.
To activate Proxima.
So Proxima gets to go, and any dreams of me stealing priority have gone out the window.
They have. I am going to hit Bullseye.
Nice.
With a 5 dice strike.
3 defense dice. You have pierce on this one as well. It's a bit more defense wise to keep up though.
Oh, 2 crits in a wild, not too bad.
Just the one for me, so none at the minute because of that pierce.
Right, the crits. 4.
So I've got my crit card. So I'm just blocking 1. It does get pierced away, which means Bullseye takes 4 damage, which is enough to daze him.
I gain 4 power.
And he is out for the count at the minute.
And I should be within 2 because nobody got pushed, nobody got contested. So the question now is, do I spend power to hand out in... Whoa. Do I spend 4 just for the extra dice without pierce, just so I can give you bleed, poison and stun? Or is it not worth it is the question.
It is only if you do damage as well.
It is only if I do damage, that is the whole thing. I don't think it's worth the 4 power. I am just going to stick with my standard 5 dice strike with pierce.
So Viper is going to spend 2 power.
Yep.
For the Coiled Serpent to get 5 defense dice strong.
Off she goes.
Viper clearly used up a good roll. She got nothing.
I only have 2.
That is still enough to do 2 damage to Viper, as I've blocked absolutely nothing. So she takes 2 damage and gains 2 power.
I also gain 2 power if I take 1 off, and I can put a 3 on. However, I don't have enough over there to do anything else. I didn't take her down, unfortunately.
No, you did manage to drop Bullseye though, which is very upsetting.
I did, which is good.
So John, it's me to go. I have Viper and I have Sin, and I'm not in the best of situations now, I don't think. Right then, John, I am going to go with Sin. We're going to put our faith in Sin. She's going to move towards Corvus. Very, very bravely. Like so. And we're just going to put a 4 dice... Oh, knocked it down a little bit. We're going to put a 4 dice strike into Corvus.
Okie dokie.
With full reroll thanks to Dark Rain.
Yep.
It does have built-in rapid fire as well, so you might get lucky. We need to do 3 damage here.
Yeah, it's possible.
As you've been patched up. So, 2. 1 is a crit.
1 it's a crit.
I'll add more crit, John. So just 2 at the minute for me still.
1.
So I've got full rerolls. And nothing, John.
Ah.
So you take 1 damage.
I take 1.
As it seems that's all Corvus is ever willing to take at once in this game.
He's hardy today.
I do gain a power jump.
Yeah.
And I do get the rapid fire automatically, so 4 dice again.
Yeah.
1, and I can only reroll 1 of those. I've got 2 skulls.
1.
So I do get 1 reroll. It is another success, so again, he takes 1 more damage.
He does take 1 more damage.
I gain another power. And although I'm complaining and he is only, not dazed after all of this, he is left on 1 health for next turn, which might come in handy.
It's not ideal for him.
John, that is the end of Sin's activation. It is over to you.
So we're going to book up there, and we've got Sin alive. Corvus isn't scoring, Viper is scoring a point over there. Ooh, I am going to spend 2 on Corvus.
Yep.
And 2 on Black Dwarf.
Nice.
And we are going to Mothership. I think we have to come in this side, because I don't think we can get in that side.
You can get in there, it's just what you'll be in range of.
Yeah, that's my issue. I'm coming in this side.
Nice. Hello, Dwarf.
Hello, everybody. I think Black Dwarf is just going to put a standard strike at the start into Sin.
Nice, so I get 3 defense dice and that is it. I've got no rerolls as the most currently dazed.
And I get 6.
1 at the minute.
2, but they are both crits.
My 1 is a crit as well, so I'll just quickly add that in. I'm blocking 2, John.
4.
So I'm taking 2 damage. Sin gains an extra power as she wasn't dazed by the effect.
I'm gaining 2 power.
So 2, so she's halfway down already. So she's very squishy.
She's only got 4 on this side, is
so
that
you
right?
only need 2 more.
I only need 2 more. I think I can throw some terrain at her and hope for the best.
Yep, you could definitely do the job.
Yeah. I'm going to spend 3
Throw the hedge.
and throw the hedge at her.
So you get 3 defense dice, needing at least 2. I've got a crit, so this
Oh
is it.
no, here we go.
blocking 2, so I take just 1 damage.
Unbelievable.
I do gain an extra power as well. So all the way up to 8 power suddenly.
She's kind of got to go, hasn't she?
I think you need to be dazing people, don't you?
Yeah, I've spent so much. I've just thrown something at her and she hasn't taken it. We're going to do exactly the same again. We're going to strike her.
3 defense dice. No shenanigans I can do. Let's see how it happens. 3 though.
Oh my god. 2!
So Sin says, no, John. Sin says, I'm not going down. You will daze me next turn and not this turn.
Black Dwarf was not worth the teleport, it would appear.
Yeah, I'm just quickly going to check, John. Did you give everyone a power when Bullseye was
I did indeed give everyone a part. I may not have announced it on stream this time, but I do remember.
So, John, I only have Viper left to go. I think the best play for me at the minute is to hunt down extra VPs. She's a long move, thankfully. So I'm going to go once to here.
Yep.
I'm going to spend a power to pick that up.
I think that makes perfect sense.
Like so. So it leaves me on 1 power. I'm just going to quickly see if I'm in 3 of Corvus. I am. So I could try and daze him before next turn with a pistol shot. I just want to measure something as well. So I am going to do it. So I'm going to do a 4 dice Assassin's Pistol into Corvus.
Yeah, with the vain hope to place yourself then within the objective of the backup.
I'll get a power which will give me enough for the displacement ring. So 4 dice. 2 at the minute, John.
1, but it is a crit.
Yep, so do you want to add your crit in?
1.
So I could keep my roll, which would currently daze you. What I'm actually going to do, John, is re-roll my 1 hit.
Okay.
So hoping it isn't a success. It is, however. So just for those watching, the reason I did that is because I already had a wild, which would have given you stun. And if I hadn't a daze you, obviously being on 1 health with stun isn't the best place to be.
It is not.
Sadly, Dark Rain finally decided to actually give me something useful, so I did daze Corvus. John, you drop a book, I believe.
I do drop a book.
Sin also gains 1 power. So I'm just going to put the book in between... Viper gains 1 power. I'm going to put the book in between Sin and Zemo.
Yep.
Like so, John. And then lastly, as I gain a power, Sin will spend 2.
Yep.
Place yourself within 2 onto this objective. So, Viper being really useful at the end of the turn there, John, for the Cabal. At the end of the round, John, this time we've got quite a difference in what we're scoring. So, I only actually have 2 VPs, thanks to Viper, who's holding a Montesi formula and standing on this portal. John, you, on the other hand, still have a book, I believe, on Black Swan.
I do indeed.
And then you've got Proxima over there on that point, so you get 2 VPs.
I do.
So, at the end of round 2, it is 7-4 to the Cabal. It's not looking great as a lot of characters have been dazed. The last thing we need to do after scoring VPs is trigger Sin's leadership. So Swan, she's holding up an asset, she's within range 2 of an allied character. So we just need to see if I make her drop it on a hit crit or wall. And I don't, because I've got a skull. So we're going to go into round 3 and see what happens from there. So John, we are now going into round 3. We've flipped over all of the necessary cards, which are Bullseye, Baron Zemo and Crossbones, who are now injured. John, only Corvus was injured for you, however, I think that's pretty big.
I agree.
If we can work towards taking him out, it'll be a big boon in the favour of the Cabal. However, you do have priority, John, and I don't think I'll ever be getting it back. Before we get into anything though, John, we do need to roll for the Cosmic Portals. John, you do have priority. I don't think I'll be getting it back anytime soon. Which character would you like to roll for first? I think you've only actually got Proxima.
I have only got Proxima, so we will roll for Proxima.
So just for those watching, we're rolling for the Cosmic Portals on a crit or a wild.
Yeah.
Characters get pushed away from them and gain 2 power. I'm going to roll for Bullseye, John, who doesn't get moved. Then Viper doesn't get moved. Crossbones gets pushed small and gains 2 power. So where would you like him to be pushed, John?
It's pushed away, is that
It's
right?
away from the portal, yeah.
Yeah, so... straight down the middle, I think.
I don't think you'll be able to get him past both people, though. So
No,
who would you like
right.
to hit, Mystique or Swan?
Let's see, does his base go? Oh, his base does go through?
Oh, no. So, did it overlap?
It didn't overlap anybody's.
No, so just managed to squeeze Crossbones through the gap there. I've just got Baron Zemo left to roll for, I believe, who doesn't get moved. John, as I said, you've got priority. Where would you like to start? We'll just gain 2 extra power on the bones.
I believe it would be best to potentially start with Corvus, because I think he's got a fairly nice days coming up. Hopefully, he says. So he's going to spend 4
Yep.
for a death blow.
into whom, Mr. John?
He's going to go into... Oh. I'm going to go into Zemo.
Nice, so I'm going to have a look if I'm within 2. I'm kind of hoping that I am.
Don't think you are.
I'm just in there, John.
Whoa.
I have knocked him, but I was just
Whoa.
in, sorry. So I am within 2, sorry.
I'll give you that.
I'm going to spend 2 for Master Swordsman, so I get to reroll all of my defense rolls.
Yep, that's fine.
3 dice, John.
Hang on, let me double check. I'm 1 dice too many. I'm done now.
So 4 at the minute.
4, yeah, with 2 crits.
Yep, as only the first skull counts for the reality gems. I'll get 3 defense dice. I'm blocking nothing, so add your crits, you've got 6 in total. I'll get to reroll 3 of these because of Master Swordsman. Blocking 2. I can't reroll the skull with Strategic Genius because, again, it's a skull, which means I take 4 damage in total.
You do take 4 damage in total.
So, Zemo's living just on 1 health there.
There is a flurry trigger.
Yep, as you got the shield. I'll gain 4 power.
So I will use the flurry first.
Yep. I'm going to spend 2 for Master Swordsman again.
Okay.
So I get 3 defense dice rerolling everything.
Yeah, and we're putting 5 dice back into him again with the flurry for a strike. That's pretty good.
4 with 2 crits and a pierce.
2 crits and a pierce.
3 dice for me. 1, it's not going to be enough.
It's not enough.
So you got 6 with the pierce. That's enough to take out the Baron, who goes down.
So he took how many just from Corvus?
Just 1 at the last.
So the 1 power for that. Then 1 power to everybody for the leadership.
Yep.
I do have a medium move.
I've still got more people, and that's definitely what counts, right?
Yeah, 100% what counts. And we will come into here.
Nice.
We will spend 1 to pick up book. And I don't...
You've still got another action, haven't you?
I have still got another action. The question I'm contemplating now is, do I just strike Sin to take her down? Or do I spend to strike her, hope for a flurry move, and hit somebody else is the question. I'm going to risk it all. We're going to spend 4. We're going to go for a death blow.
Yep.
We are going to go into Sin.
Nice, so hoping that you waste that big attack into us here.
Yeah, I'm hoping I don't.
3 defense dice for me.
That's looking pretty good.
That's 4 with 2 crits.
4 with 2 crits.
Just the 1 for Sin. There's no way I can save her there, John.
Then we have the crits, just for trigger factors. So it is 5, and I do get the flurry trigger.
So Sin is dazed. And then you get to do your flurry.
That is another power for everybody.
Yep.
1 for Corvus, 3, 6, 7, 8.
It's not once per turn or anything, is it, for his leadership?
No.
Nice.
No.
So
You made me think of them for a minute, but no, it's not.
You get the trigger for a move and for a free attack, John. Where would you like to go?
I do. I don't know is the question. I mean, Mystique's got how many left?
4.
Oh, so she's got quite a few. Crossbones is fully healthy on this side, isn't he, with 5?
Yeah, because he was flipped.
Do I even want to move and take it? I mean, I do, don't I? Let's be honest. I need to move in 2. I can't. Sorry, can't get to bullseye. We're going to come to crossbones, I think.
Uh-oh.
In fact, sorry, faffing around with some measurements. I can't get my base into either of those spaces. So we are going to spend a move, we're going to come to here.
Nice, and then you're going to hit crossbones.
We're going to hit crossbones with a strike.
I get 4 physical defense. Really hoping I don't get one shot.
I'd be surprised.
Just the 1.
2.
So I'm blocking 1. I'm going to spend a power for Nord to pain.
Yeah.
I don't take any damage at all.
That sounds fair to me. Corvus is now done.
Nice. So John, over to me.
Over to you.
So I've desperately got to take out Black Swan, I think, before she activates. I think the person to be doing that could be Crossbones with some big funky attacks thanks to his Haymaker superpower. Could also be Mystique, however, as you won't be able to use your reactive superpower. So it's quite interesting. I'm not really sure which one to go with there. I'm just going to have a look who's within 2 of Swan. So he isn't, but Crossbones is. So I'm going to go with the Crossbones.
Okay.
During his activation, I can spend 1 powerful illicit tech, which I am going to do. So I'm going to take that power off. Sadly, I can't add any dice to it. I'm going to target Black Swan with this. So it's a 6 dice energy attack.
Black Dwarf is going to spend 2.
Yep.
For his intimidating presence.
Nice.
To make himself the target.
The reverse bodyguard, which just caught me there. So 6 dice into Dwarf. 4.
Dwarf is blocking 2 with a crit.
I've got 2 crits to add. 5.
Blocking 2.
So you reduce by 1 to take 2 damage.
I do indeed.
So how much does that leave Dwarf with? 5 more?
Dwarf has 4 more on this side.
Oh, he only has 6 on
He
this
only
side.
has 6 on this side.
So the question is, do I carry on trying to take out Swan or go for Dwarf? Dwarf does gain Incinerate. I think what I'm going to do is target Swan. So I'm going to spend 4 for a Haymaker and 2 for an Overpower.
Yep.
I'm going to target Swan.
Dwarf is going to take it on the chin.
So it's now an 8 dice physical attack. And it's going into Dwarf this time. You do get 1 less defense dice.
I do indeed, so I'm on 3 instead of 4.
4, but there's 3 crits in there.
1, but it is a crit.
So hopefully, I'm praying Crossbones can get what he needs to at least take out 1 character. 5.
Blocking 2.
So I don't get enough. You block 2, you reduce by 1. John, you only take 2 damage.
I do indeed.
I do get to place between one of you. So I'm going to jump all the way over to here. Sadly though, it wasn't quite enough to take out Black Dwarf. John, it is then over to you. Really nice to have taken away my illicit tech Incinerates by pointing on Dwarf.
Yeah, I was very worried about Swan going down this early in the round. Dwarf seemed like a good option to just take it, particularly as you went with Crossbones and not Mystique. If you'd gone with Mystique, I was very worried.
Yeah, as you wouldn't be able to bodyguard.
Yeah, so we are going to go with Swan now.
Yep.
She's going to spend 4 because she's generating power like nobody's business. Everything dies into Mystique.
Right, so I get 3 defense dice. I do, however, can't blank.
You do. I have 8 dice.
We'll see how that goes.
Oh, not bad actually. 3.
2 for Mystique, so I'm taking 1 damage.
You are taking 1 damage.
And then a power as well.
So I do have a throw. So I
Yep.
get to throw you short.
Which I'm guessing is going to be into Viper.
It 100% is going to be
So,
into Viper.
Viper will try and dodge. Just missed a try there, and it was Cox re-rolling. Managed to miss a try again. Sorry, last time. 2, John. So take 1 damage.
So 1 damage
Sorry, that's what. Yeah, on Viper.
on Viper. And Mystique will take the 1 just for
Yep.
being thrown.
And another damage. So they've both taken 3 damage each now.
Yeah, I did not get the hit for the follow-up, unfortunately. So the question now becomes... I don't think I'm within 2.
You aren't.
I am not.
No.
So she does have a book. Yep, we will do that. We will open the Montesi
Into both Mystique.
into both
and
Mystique and Viper.
So I really, really need both of them to stay alive here, to be honest, John.
6 dice. We will hit Mystique first.
Yep. 3 dice for me, we'll see what you get.
2 with a crit, not a lot.
2 for me, John, so Mystique will be living.
Mystique will survive. Just 2.
She takes no damage. Then the question is, do you put down the legend that is Viper?
Not with that roll. 1.
Another crit from Viper there. Blocking 2. So, John, I actually think they both managed to survive.
They did, yeah. They did. They did. I was just...
Even if you used your superpower to make me re-roll on Viper, then it wouldn't kill her.
Yeah.
And with Mystique, as I blocked 2,
Yeah,
I
it
had
rolled
to.
way too many
It would have
successes.
blocked her.
That's what I was trying to contemplate. Did I miss an opportunity? But the reason I skipped it was because it made no difference.
Nice.
I cannot do anything else with it. That was disappointing.
Right, Mr. John, over to me.
Over to you, yeah.
So I could faff around trying to get the successes that I need today, people. However, John, I'm pretty sick of it not happening when I need it to. The bullseye's actually going to go. He's going to spend 2 power for hit and run,
Yep.
and he gets to make an attack followed by a move action. I'm going to do a 4 dice throwing knife into Black Dwarf. See how it goes. So 4 dice. I got 3 with a crit.
Black Dwarf is blocking 2.
Well, I'm a crit. That was a blank, so 4 in total.
So taking 1.
Yep. Gain of power. I now get to make a move action. I didn't get a wild though, so you wouldn't be getting bleed. So I'm going to move over to here. Then John, for my second action, I'm just going to shoot you in the face again, as I believe you've only got one left.
I have only got one
So
health
I'll
left.
definitely be able to take you down, which is going to be really big. Just the one, John.
Lock in with a crit.
Yeah, but you know what, John?
I know. Let me have the crit and then we'll worry about it. Blocking 2,
So you block all of the damage from the attack, however, it bounces off of the dead body of Sin, hits the barrel, hits Stanley, hits Corvus's glaive, and then bounces right into Black Dwarf because I never miss. So you take the 1 damage you needed to Deja.
I do indeed.
I don't gain power as I've basically spent the 1 I would gain. Then the last thing for me to do is, do I want to spend any power on characters for patch up? I think I do. I'm going to spend 3 power on Mystique to patch up Viper. And then that is the end of Bullseye's activation. John, it is over to you.
I'm kind of in an odd spot now, which is not ideal. I am going to... You've got Mystique and Viper left,
I
correct?
do indeed.
I'm going to pass.
Right, so because you've passed, I think the only real thing for me to do is go with Mystique. Where are the books hiding, John? I've got 1 on Viper.
1 on Corvus and 1 on Swan.
Nice. So, not the easiest of people to take them off. Mystique is going to try, however, to take the A book off of Swan. So I'm going to do a 4 dodge trap before attacking to it.
Yep.
You can't use any reactive powers because I look
fine.
like Thanos. Why not?
Yeah, let's go with it.
The Swan's confused as to why Thanos
Confused
is here.
and terrified.
Just the 1, John.
Blocking 2.
I'll add it in, hoping for a hit. I do get the hit. So I gain 1 power and I get to do a rapid fire. So 4 dice again. Nothing, John.
3.
So I do gain the power, however that's very disappointing dodge from Mystique. I have 4 power now, I'm just going to have a look at some of the options. I don't know if Proxima actually wants to move in for this fight, but I think she probably will just to set up for next turn. So Mystique is just going to move all the way back here.
Safety's sake.
Because if you do a spear throw into her now, the place won't be as useful for you.
That is 100% correct.
It's in the Mystique's turn, it wasn't sort of the crazy killing turn I was hoping for, but that's not really what we're going for. We're back on track to try and get some VPs.
Bullseye's got what left? Is he full on this side?
Yeah, he's got 4 left.
4. Right.
So John, are you looking at targeting him with an attack?
I am. I'm looking at targeting him with a Quantum Starburst.
Nice.
I'm hoping I can take him down and stay on the point so that I can score points and take him off the board. So, I've spent the 4 power. Let's go. Let's roll some dice. 6 dice energy.
3 defense dice. 2.
Ooh, 3 with a crit.
I also have a crit, John. So I'm blocking 3 as long as I said, you know what, none of this.
4.
So I take 1 damage, which means I do get a whole host of conditions.
You do. You gain bleed, poison, and stun.
Nice. So, stun, poison, and bleed. Put them on in reverse order just to be confusing. I'm going to spend 2 power, John,
Yep.
to do a parting shot.
Yep.
So we get to move short and use it for 1 damage. It is away from you, I believe.
It is away.
So I'm just going to literally go over this way, which is definitely away from Proxima. And she takes the damage. I believe, John, what I've also done is made your second action a little bit useless.
You have made my second action exceptionally useless. I'm not overly happy about it. I either wanted him down or I wanted to be able to do something useful.
So we took 1 damage, didn't we?
He did. However, I'm going to spend 4 and we're going to do exactly the same thing into crossbones on the other side.
Nice. I only get 2 defense dice.
You only get 2 defense dice.
So, blocking 1.
Roll 3 with a crit.
Yep. I was hoping you'd only get 2 and when you needed to pain would be able to see me through.
4.
So I'm blocking 1, I'm going to spend 1 power to reduce the damage while I want to take 2. Again, I get a whole host of conditions.
You do. You get bleed, poison, and stun.
So poison, bleed, stun, a completely different order this time, just to be confusing. There we go.
And Proxima is going to stay where she is to score, but she's at least managed to put a little bit of damage onto some people for the next turn.
Nice. Right then, Mr. John, the question is, who do I go with? I believe
You only have 1 left.
I only have 5 though, so I've got to go with her. She is going to make the long journey over here. I don't believe it's worth her doing any attacks on the way. She's going to move once to here, John.
Yeah.
And then she's going to move once again just to be on that point.
I think that makes sense.
Like so, and she's scoring me lots of VP throughout the game.
She's doing pretty well on her VP scoring.
To the end of the round, John, you've got Dave's character with Black Dwarf, I've got Dave's character with Sin. In terms of points though, I've got 1 for this back portal, 1 for your back portal, and 1 for a Montesi book, so
yes.
the bar will go to 10. John, you've still got 2 books because you've got 1 on Swan and you've got 1 on Corvus, as well as scoring that point over there, scoring 3 VPs, up to 7. We would be triggering Sin's leadership, but I don't think there's anywhere where it triggers. I've got no one contesting points that you're on, I've got no one within 2 of your people holding objectives. So that is the end of round 3, John. We're going into round 4 and the score is 10-7 to the Cabal, so we're still in the lead, but we're dropping quick. Right, John, we are going into round 4. We need to roll for the cosmic portals and see if they can get pushed away. You have priority, John. Do you want to roll for Proxima?
I will. It is a crit. She is going to go into power.
And get pushed. I'm just going to push her to the auto.
Okay.
Then for me, John, Mystique. Yep, she gets pushed. She can only really get to there though.
She can. She's going to hit the car no matter where she goes.
She gains 2 power. Then lastly, Viper. Doesn't get it, so she doesn't get any power. Right, John, so we've done all of our rolls for the objectives. John, you have priority. Where would you like to start?
Somewhere around here.
Nice.
I think probably Swan.
Yep.
I think we're going to see what we can do about removing a couple of people from the table. We're going to spend 2. We are out of range. I thought we were. We're going to spend 2 for a charge.
Yep.
I think we're coming this way.
Nice.
We are coming right here, onto the point.
Hello.
We're then going to spend 4.
Everything dies.
For everything dies.
Into Bullseye or Mystique.
I think we are going Mystique.
Nice. So we get 3 defense dice, counting blanks and hoping for the best.
Let me add another one in there. I want 8.
Yep.
Oh, it's not great.
4. 2 crits, John.
Oh.
So I could be blocking it all here. 3, so I'll take 1 damage.
You take 1 damage.
You didn't get the wog, so you don't get to throw
I
it.
didn't get the throw.
Do you get to do a flurry type thing with an
I
IV?
do. I get my IV follow-up.
Nice.
So 5 dice, energy attack into Mystique.
So 3 dice with blanks again. 2.
We've got 3 over here.
Yep, so
with
that's
a
going
wild
to
and a
be
pierce.
enough today. There's a pierce won't actually work, but you've got more than enough successes. So I'll take 1 damage, and I am dazed.
So 1 power to everybody from the leadership.
Yep. Just realised, John, I should have lost a power on Bullseye and a power on Crossbones as they were poisoned by Proxima.
Oh, they were. Even I didn't tweak that, so I appreciate the honesty. Bullseye's got how many left?
3.
I feel like in everything dies feels too much, but at the same time...
Maybe just an IV? You don't have the book as well, don't forget.
I do have the book, which is 6 dice without a pierce.
But you can re-roll 1 of my dice.
Can reroll 1 of your dice. I'm just going to go for an IV.
Nice.
For 1 power. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So I get 3 dice. Blocking nothing.
1.
So, Bullseye takes 1 damage.
Unbelievable.
I'm going to spend 2 power for a parting shot.
Yep.
Just to advance small away from you. So he's taking 1. So I've got
You will gain Incinerate as well, just to make things...
Definitely go that way. Past this barrel. Or over it, because it's an advance. So you take 1 damage, John.
Yep.
Get Incinerate on top of Poison Bleed and Stun.
You do indeed.
However, that does open up a few things for me. Over to me then, Mr. John.
Yeah, not quite as menacing as I would have liked.
So I'm going to go with Sin, and I'm going to try again to take out Corvus, which I think is just what I need to do. I'm going to spend 2 power for a hit and run.
Okay.
Then that leaves me an 8. Then I will spend 4 power, make it personal, into Corvus for the sake of it.
Well, we're still going to spend 2 on Dwarf.
Yep, so now you've already got into 6 dice into Dwarf.
Yep.
And it is physical.
It is indeed.
So I've got 4 at the minute with 2 crits.
Blocking 1.
Nice, so this actually might work out in my favour a little bit. I've got 2 crits to add in. 5 in total. You block 1, so you take 3 damage.
Yeah, I
You
take
reduce
3 damage in total. I do indeed.
Then because I've got a crit and a wild, I get insult to injury. So I get to make the attack again, and it is now a mystic attack. So
It is now a mystic attack.
Mystic. Do you get less defense?
I do, I get 3 instead of 4.
Nice, so let's see what happens. I miss a dodge trace of 3.
I am blocking 3 with 2 crits this
I've got a
time.
crit to add. 3 total.
4.
So you take nothing.
Nothing.
I do now get my move from hit and run.
Yeah.
I was going to actually try and go after Corvus, but Dwarf's got how much left, John?
Dwarf has 5 left.
Has 8 on this
He
side.
has 8 on this side. He's a
Nice.
big chunky boy on this side.
We will, what will we do?
Run away from Dwarf?
Don't know, John. Where is within 2 of you? I'm actually going to go, just having a quick measure. I'm going to use my hit and run to go here, so I am within 1 at that point.
Okay.
And within 2 of Dwarf.
Oh, exactly.
And then we're going to spend 4 power again, making it personal into Dwarf again. So 6 dice.
Okay.
As our priorities have changed. If I can't take out Corvus, I can definitely try and take out the big man himself.
That sounds fair.
So 6 dice. 4 this time with a crit. So these shields.
1.
So I've got a crit to add. So 5, so you're taking 3 damage.
Taking 3 damage.
So deja vu a little bit there. I do get the trigger as well for making it personal again. So I get to do it again, this time to Mystic.
Yep.
So, can I
This
finish
could finish the Dwarf.
off the door? No, I got 1.
Blocked.
Nice. I am, however, John, going to activate my partner in crime, Crossbones.
I thought you might somehow.
So, Crossbones gets to activate. Sorry, Mystique was dazed, wasn't she?
She was.
Crossbones gets to activate. It's going to be a 4 dodge stroke from him to begin with.
Yep.
Into Dwarf. 2 at the meat with a crit.
Blocking 2 with a crit.
So just 2, John, so I'm not going to be doing any damage, sadly.
Okay.
Wow. It's
Dwarf will not go.
getting difficult whenever these guys don't decide they don't want to die. I'm going to try again. 5 dice, John.
Yep. This is where he hits like a powerhouse.
Knock him out. 3, John, with a crit.
3.
So you take no damage. Right, John, it seems I just can't ever finish off the Black Order.
I feel quite bad for
Crossbones.
that there, but at the same
Activated.
time, I quite enjoyed it.
Nice, so it's over to you. Where would you like to go?
I'm going to go with Dwarf before he gets finished off. He is going to spend 4
Yep.
for a brutal end into Sin.
Sin, nice. I'll get 3 defense dice.
Versus my 8.
Blocking 2.
There were 4 with a crit.
Nice. So definitely taking at least 2 damage. Add in your crit. I'm taking 3 damage.
5, you're taking 3.
Now from any...
And you do get a stagger.
Oh no. So now from anywhere near as lucky as you, John, I'll hopefully not die off of this. What are you doing next?
How many she got left?
3, John.
She got 3 left.
You're not going to beat her with the body of her husband, are you?
I can't. Well, I mean, I can throw him, which is what I'm looking at doing, to be perfectly honest.
So, John, at the end of Crossbones activation, I forgot to say, I'm going to use Ignore to Pain to ignore that damage that I would take from Bleed.
Okay.
Right, John, so you're going to throw Crossbones into Sin.
I am going to throw Crossbones into Sin.
So, Sin gets 3 defense dice, blocks 2, she's got a crit. That was a blank, I believe, so she blocks 2, she takes 1 damage, gains extra power, and then Crossbones is going to spend a power as well to ignore that damage.
Okay, so she's now got 1 left.
2 left, she has 6 on this side.
She's got 2 left. This is becoming annoying.
Oh, now you know how I feel.
Now I know you feel, yeah. Because I kind of wanted to take them both out in 1 activation if possible, but it doesn't appear like it's going to be. We are, I mean, he's loaded on power. We're going to spend 4 again.
Yep. A brutal end.
We are going to apply a brutal end to Mrs. Bones.
Sin, yeah? She's
Yeah.
got 2 defense, 2 health left. I'm guessing this is going to be a her brutal end.
It's about time that roll
I'm
came
a
down.
crew. Blocking 1, John, that's more than enough for you to kill her, so Sin is taken out of the game. Which is fine, because I didn't want to have to shake a stagger anyway.
I mean, yeah, let's look at the positives, right?
Right, John, over to me.
Over to you, yes. You have 2 activations.
So I've got the Fabled Viper, and Bullseye.
Bullseye.
So Bullseye's going to go, John.
Yeah.
Because I believe Swan's got how much health left?
2.
Right. Bullseye's going to go. He's going to spend 2 power for a hit and run.
Okay, okay.
He's going to shoot her in the face. So 4 dice physical.
Versus my 4 dice defense.
I've got 1.
It is blocked.
Nice. I get to make a move. So I'm going to go over here.
Yeah. Take all those conditions with
Yeah.
you.
I gain a power, sorry, which I'm going to spend to do a damage to you.
Oh, what?
With I Never Miss.
Yeah.
Then with second action, I'm going to do a point blank dagger thing, magic, paperclip into your eyes.
Yeah.
And try and kill you. Go for it. Bullseye, I got 4.
I got none.
So add my crit just to rub it in to 5 out of a 4 dice stack.
That will 100% do it.
So Bullseye gains 1 power, which is going to spend to pick up the Montesi book that she now drops.
I also 100% need to remember to put a power on everybody else. For the days
For the KO on Sin.
KO on
No.
Sin.
So that book belongs to Bullseye, John. At the end of his turn, he takes damage from bleed, sadly.
He does. How many has he got left on him now?
Just 1, Mr.
I was
John.
going to say, he hasn't got a lot left, has he?
Right then, it is over to you.
Black Swan, sorry, not Black Dwarf. Too many similarly named guys over here. So Corvus is still there, Proxima's still there. I think Proxima has the best chance of getting, potentially. She moves, she plays, she should be within 4, she's got the power. I think she goes Bullseye.
Oh no, she's got enough already to do that attack again.
Yeah, she's just ramped up on power.
Nice.
Does Corvus go next? Let me just do some measurements.
What you could do, John, because at the minute you've got 2 left to go, I've only got 1. But if
I
you
have.
move Corvus and Proxima close enough to activate one another, then you will hold on to priority.
I will. That's kind of what I'm having a bit of a look at, whether I can do something with it. It means moving Corvus, but I think that's okay. So Corvus is going to spend 4.
You do have Mothership as well, don't
I
forget.
do have Mothership. No, I don't. I have Black Onslaught. I used Mothership to get Dwarf into the middle earlier on.
Oh, nice. 'Cause otherwise, you could have teleported Proxima in,
Yeah.
which would have been gross.
It would have been horrible for you, yeah. So we're going to spend 4
Yep.
for a death blow.
Are you within range 3 of the bones?
I am within range 3 of the
No,
bones.
sorry.
That is what I just measured.
4 defense dice.
You do versus
Got
my
no
7.
more power to protect me, we'll see what happens. Blocking 2 with a crit.
Ooh.
5 with 2 crits. 6 with 2
6
crits.
with 2 crits.
I've got a crit to add. Blocking 3. Yeah, it's more than enough, John. You didn't get the trigger for the flurry, but you did KO Crossbones, so he gets to come off the table as well, which is totally fine, because it means I don't have to worry about all those conditions. So again, John, falling right into my plan.
Of course. So I now have the medium move.
You do.
Kind of want to come this way. I don't think I can double activate, however.
Not unless you move again.
Not unless I move again, but I don't think it's worth it. Probably. How much has Viper got left on her?
5, John.
5?
She's taken no damage
She's
after she
taken
was
no
patched.
damage. Okay, well, we're going to see what we can do. We're going to hit her with a strike.
I'm going to spend 2 power to get 5 defense bonus.
Yeah, and we're going to hope that I can roll 5 crits and a wild off one of them for a pierce. Right?
Sadly, you don't have enough to do a Glaive's Edge roll, so that would probably be the way to go
I
about
do
it.
not.
So 4 defense bonus.
2 with this. 3, sorry.
I've got a crit, so I get to add that. I've got nothing. You got 2 crits?
So 5
Oh, John.
with a pierce.
Daisies are, as it all goes and falls apart.
The only time John has scored 5 with a pierce, and it's happened.
So I thought that was my one way to win this, but now I'm not quite sure what's going to be happening. So that is Viper Days.
So that is another power. So Corvus will gain the 5 for the days plus the 1 from the leadership.
Yep, I drop a book.
Swan will gain the 1 from the leadership, and I take 2 off her. Black Dwarf will gain 1, and Proxima Midnight will gain 1.
Yep.
She will drop a book,
Yep, which I've just put there.
which Corvus cannot pick up because he already has a book. We'll drop it there. In fact, we'll drop it there. Yeah, we'll put it there.
So now, John, things are looking especially grim for the Cabal. That was my one out, was having Viper move over and score a couple of points.
Yeah.
Well, it's not meant to be. John, you do have Proxima. What would you like to do?
I do have Proxima. I feel the best thing to do is come over here and score 2 additional points. As much as I would like to take out Bullseye, I don't think it's worth it when I can pick up a book. Oh, I can throw Proxima around as well. When I can spend 1 to pick up a book.
I've just realised, John, it looked like you were within 2 here, but I don't think you actually were for me to have used the Cold Serpent anyway.
Well, no, because I wasn't within 1 of the point. I actually eyeballed it and thought exactly the
So
same thing as you.
So Viper might have been destined to die otherwise.
And then I'm just going to move over to this side to keep my distance at a maximum to move around if needs be.
So, John, at the end of that round, I score 2 VPs. I've got a book and I've got this point, so I've got up to 12. John, you get 1 for your back point.
I do.
Because you've got Proxima now on it. You get 1 for the book on Proxima, and 1 for the book on Corvus.
I do indeed, so I'm going 3, taking over to 10.
As we move into round 5. I don't have a leader anymore to use that leadership, so that saves us a little bit of time there. Well, John, so we're going into round 5 and we need to roll for some cosmic portals. You have priority, so who would you like to roll for first?
No, you have priority, I believe. But
sorry, I'm not used to you.
For the first time.
So I'm going to roll for Bullseye. He doesn't get it. Roll for Mystique. She doesn't get it. Roll for Viper. I'll roll again just to completely run out of shots, so she does get pushed more and gain 2 power.
She does. She gets pushed away as well, which is a pain for me.
You can make her just bump the car.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
So she'll just hit it.
She will just go there.
Alright. John, you need to roll for Proxima and Swan.
I do. Proxima. No. And Swan. No.
Right, so I have priority, John. I'm really not sure who to go with here. Mystique. Viper, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to go with Bullseye. So Bullseye's going to shake the bleed.
Okay.
And move medium this way.
Oh, intriguing.
So, John, it's then over to you.
Okay, so she's loaded on power. I think. Let me just double check. Has Bullseye got himself out of range 3?
He has.
He has. So we're going to have to charge if we want to take Bullseye out. Mystique's fully healthy this side, isn't she?
Yeah, but she's just.
Oh. Okay. So we are going to spend 2 for a charge.
Yeah.
So we're going to move. I've got plenty of room.
Yeah.
So I just ideally want to get to here. Within 3. Can I move within 3 and still stay within 1 of the points? Charge. Okay.
Indeed.
So I will do that. I will charge to there.
It's alright, you can get nothing at all, John. I've foreseen it.
Maybe. I will spend the 1 for an I-beam, which I can use as my attack after my charge.
Oh,
it doesn't
no.
specify what. So 5 dice energy with a pierce.
Just need you to roll absolutely nothing.
It didn't happen. There are 2 with a crit.
I've got 2 with a crit, so if you don't get another one and I do, I'm just grasping at straws here.
I do.
So even though I've blocked 3, you pierce 1 and Bullseye is KO'd. He drops a book before he goes. I assume you want it as close to you as possible?
Yes please, as close to me as humanly possible.
So there. And he is gone.
I don't gain any power for that, unfortunately, but I do still have 6 left, so I will spend 4.
Everything dies into Mystique.
Everything dies into Mystique.
So I get 3 defense dice.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I'm blocking 2 at the minute, John. I do have a crit swap.
3.
Oh, I'm blocking 3, so she takes no damage.
I do get the trigger, however, for the I-beam.
Yep.
I haven't got a single throw off on everything dies today, though.
So let's go again and see what happens.
Yeah, 5 dice energy.
1 this time.
3 with a pierce.
So
Pierce
the
doesn't
pierce
matter.
doesn't matter because it's blanked anyway, so I'll take 2 damage.
Take 2 damage.
I'll automatically gain Incinerate.
You do automatically gain Incinerate.
Right then, John.
However, you didn't die. And the name of the movie is Everything Dies.
Yeah, well, that time
nothing has
something
died to
didn't
it
die.
today.
Viper. How much health does Corvus have?
Corvus has 6.
Oh, I took Viper's card away rather than Bullseye's there. Sorry. I'm going to just go with a plan known as...
Hope for the best.
Let's have it.
Let's have it. I like that. That sounds better.
I'm going to spend 3 power, do a Viper strike into Corvus.
Now, what does a Viper Strike do? Because I see Viper less than I see Sin.
It's a 6 dice attack. It's range 3, costs 3 power to use it. After this attack is resolved, it can place within 1 of you. And Venom, so to, on a wall, give you slow and stun.
Okay.
I am just having a look. Yep, so 6 dice. I need a big spike, John. 4, it's not bad.
That's not bad. Blocking 2,
Two,
they
and
are
both
both crits. Blocking 3.
You take 1 damage.
Take 1 damage.
You gain slow and stun, yay.
I mean, they might hinder me at this point.
So let's put them on Corvus. Then I'm going to spend 3 power jump. I'm going to do it again, this time into Proxima.
What? No, Approximate says no.
2 with no wild.
I'm blocking nothing though.
So you take 1 damage.
Yeah, take 1 damage.
Then I'm going to spend 2 power before my turn ends John to place within 2. And in case you hadn't already guessed, Viper is getting out of there.
Viper's getting out of dodge.
So that's the end of Viper's activation.
So Viper's all the way over there, not holding the book.
It's then over to you, Mr. John.
Okay, let's have a look at some measurements before I decide who I'm going to go with. I'm tempted at this point to go with Proxima and try and get her up to Mystique.
John, if you move on to the point, you win.
Yeah.
Right then, John, where would you like to go?
Big man.
Yes? Oh, do you mean Black Dwarf, sorry?
I mean, yeah, Black Dwarf, yeah. I don't think he can get to the point that way.
But he can
despite his best efforts.
definitely get the one.
He can 100% get to the one this way.
Nice. Right then, I might as well take my activation straight away and go with Mystique. I'm going to spend 3 power for an espionage into Black Swan, so it's 6 dice physical.
Yeah.
3 John.
Blocking 2, taking 1.
The amount of time you took 1 damage from an attack this game.
I'm not really sure what's going on. Maybe I should just play Black Order.
You gain stun before damage is dealt, but you're only gaining 1 power for the 1 damage you take.
I am, but I gained 3 in the power phase.
Yeah, so it's not really that great. I'm going to move here, within 2 of Black Swan still.
Yeah.
And pick up the book. That is the end of Mystique's activation.
Okay. I think Proxima goes before Corvus. Corvus is now slowed, which he doesn't like.
Yeah, but she can just run over
So
here.
she will just run over here.
And then it's just Corvus left to
Shuffle
go.
over there. He will just slowly shuffle there.
Yeah. He could move with the slow ones and do a death blow.
Yeah, that's what I'm literally trying to score points here, but actually I can stay within 1 on that point from where he was.
And death blow Viper.
And we can pay 3
For Glade's
Edge.
4 for death blow.
4
So we've
for
not
death
seen this
blow.
all game. Guys, this is just how you kill someone. So you should only have 3 power left, John. But you get 7 dice. Count your first score as a crit, count all your blanks as successes. And on a wild and a shield you get flurry as well. So 3 dice for me. Triple crit, here I go.
I got
1 crit.
3, 4, 5, 6 with a crit.
So you got 6 with a crit.
7.
So I've got 1 crit to add in. So I'm blocking 1, which means I'd still take 5. And Viper is KO'd. So all that's left is Mystique, who I think at this point makes herself look like Thanos and calls it a day until she can get away.
I think that might be the call of this one.
John, what a crazy game. I think if my dice had showed up a little bit on that Dark Rain turn with Corvus early on, it might have been a bit different. Black Dwarf not dying as well was really, really painful. Either way, John, thank you for the game.
No problem, thank you very much.
So you would score, sorry, because I do have Mystique left, so the game doesn't just end. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6.
5, 6, which is exactly what you need to jump up to 16.
Yep.
So we'll just quickly move to an outro and talk through the shenanigans that happened in this game. So John, what a mental game. Sin Cabal. I don't actually think they were that bad. I think Corvus and Dwarf just not dying, just relentlessly refusing to die. Really
I
hurt.
think Sin Cabal were better than I remember the last couple of times I played them. But it just showed how powerful invulnerability is, or some version of invulnerability.
Pain. When I was doing my 4 dice rapid fires with Dark Rain, John, and the fact you were just taking 1 damage.
Yeah.
1 damage, it was just painful. I just couldn't bring him down. Corvus, bane of my life in that game. Nevertheless, really fun game as always, John. For you, who is your MVP?
I am very stuck between Corvus, who handed out a fair chunk of pain, and Black Dwarf. I don't want to go with Black Dwarf because he's Black Dwarf, but I feel like he mopped up 3 or 4 attacks that helped keep other people alive.
At the end, just being such a unit
Yeah,
as well.
he mopped up to keep Swan around for another couple of turns. He mopped up at one point to keep Corvus alive. He did what he was there to do.
He definitely did.
He took a chunk of damage, so it's going to have to be the lesser spotted Black Dwarf for me.
I'm going to go with a lesser spotted choice. I'm going to make the internet go wild. I'm going to go viral off this. Definitely not. But I am going to choose Viper, John.
I think that's a good shout.
She scored maybe 5 or 6 points alone throughout the game. She is the one that dazed Corvus in the end, even though I didn't really want her to at that point. So in general, John, I actually think across my team she did the most. The rest of the Cabal characters, Mystique let me down a little bit with some of her rapid fire attacks. Crossbones and Sin didn't do an awful lot. Zemo
went way too
Zemo. I don't know what happened. I mean, I was brave to put him right in the middle, but I still feel like he went down and was KO quicker than he should have been.
Without question.
Nevertheless, that is my MVP. So Black Dwarf for you and Viper for me. Never seen it before. You'll never hear us say that again because I don't think I can imagine a game where there will be the MVPs again. But that was Sin Cabal versus Corvus-led Black Order. I really enjoyed using Sin Cabal. The leadership didn't trigger once ever in the entire game. So that's not the best. However, it was fun to use such a mix of characters I've never used before. So I've never used Crossbones. No one's ever used Viper. Really, really fun to use. So we will have them on again at some point on the channel.
I think that's only fair. I think they put up a decent showing when you consider if you look all in all the forums and stuff, they just get the hate.
We are now going to Boarding Brum, where you can check them out with the link down in our description to pick up a set of Hydra stuff for the channel.
We are. There might also be a Howling Commandos box.
Yeah, something Howling.
Yeah,
guy called Nick.
Nick Jr., Senior.
Yeah. So we'll be picking them up. John, you'll be painting them up for us.
I will.
Because you are the man that paints, so I'm the man that talks and edits things. So we'll have Hydra on very soon, probably next week if we can get them painted in time. But who knows?
There's only 2 models for Hydra. Is that right so far? And then we've got.
And then we've got all the
Torch.
ones we've already got.
So yeah, I reckon I can get 2 done.
2 models by next week, John. You've got to deal with that see-through plastic on Arnim Zola. Thank you for the game, and we'll have Hydra back as soon as we get a chance to. And we'll see you next time.
Pleasure as always.
So guys, thanks for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Feel free to leave any thoughts you have down in the comments below, and let us know if we missed anything or made any mistakes when playing the game. I just want to give a big shout out to all of the supporters of Web Warrior Protocols that have made this all possible, and a big thank you to all of the channel's patrons. The support from Patreon goes towards buying new terrain and buying new models to be painted up to be used on the channel. If you'd like to support the channel through joining the Patreon, you can find a link to it down below in the description, as well as links to all of the channel's social media.